Welcome back, guys. We are going to be talking about another old school Disney movie today. So today we are actually going to be talking about probably one of my favorite movies that I know a lot of people don't talk about, which we are going to be talking about opposite what you see on your screen, Atlantis: The Lost Empire. So I really enjoyed this movie as a kid. I personally enjoyed it because of course, who the main character is of Milo, who's played by Michael J. Fox. One of my favorite actors as a kid. I mean, seeing him in that and Stuart Little, and I'm not sure if I did a review on Stuart Little, so I may have to while I'm thinking about it while on this video. And then of course Back to the Future, obviously. So I'm a very big Michael J. Fox fan, but I really enjoyed this movie because of not only the history around this, of really where it's set, because Milo is I wouldn't say an underpaid scientist, but he is I guess you would say a scientist, philosopher, historian, who has been trying to prove about the lost city of Atlantis for several years. And he finally gets a moment to shine after his grandfather passed, of someone that was a friend of his, that they found a book about the lost city of Atlantis and funds their whole trip. So he goes on this big expedition to literally in the sea to go find the lost city of Atlantis. And he comes across all these other people, a demolition specialist, a mechanic specialist, a medic, a digger, and among many others. And then they go through the journey, and there's a lot of comedy in here, and I will say that it's got that classic, I would say, what was it, early 2000s, 90s kind of feel, and I love it. And you see different types of sea creatures, you see different types of creatures in here, and then in the middle, almost close to the middle of the movie, Milo meets the Atlanteans, who their princess is Princess Kita. And I remember seeing Kita for the first time. I thought she was absolutely beautiful. I had a crush on her when I was a kid. I loved the language that they had. I love just the whole center and the mystery about Atlantis. And he takes a big liking to Kita. Kita does to him as well. And they're slowly trying to figure out what happened to her people and to their city, because they're living in ruins and they're trying to figure out exactly where this treasure is. And when they finally figure it out, Kaida and Milo are actually betrayed by his own team because they're wanting to go after this treasure. And when they finally figure out where the treasure is, it is this crystal that is their energy source that is keeping the whole empire, I guess, alive, I guess you'd say, because they don't really know how to use the technology that's been there for several years, and also about this upcoming apocalypse that's coming in their world as well. And this is what's saving the I would say the empire. And Kita, she goes into this trance, and just like what happened to her mother, because her father tells them what happened, and Milo actually gets the help from his friends that he became friends with to help him fight to get Kita back, and then also save Atlantis from this this disaster. And then what happens is, with Milo doing this, he actually saves Atlantis, and at the same time kind of helps rebuild their order. And with Kita, because he tells the team when they go back to go ahead and say that he was lost, even though he wanted to stay with her, build a family together, because they got together. And then also the team got rich off all the riches, and they didn't really find nothing other than, treasure. And he found, with the man that helped him, gave him proof that there is proof to all the scholars that this actually exists. And I think the reason why I really catered to this movie is because I really liked the mommy movies growing up, and I really liked, Scorpion King and all that kind of stuff. So I really gravitated toward this, not only from the historical aspect, but did Atlantis actually exist, and what would it be like if it did exist, what happened to it. And I just really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed the historical side. I enjoyed the animation. I enjoyed the comic aspects. I think one of my favorite moments in this is when several moments, is when the one mole, who is a weird character, and when Kita is speaking French, And he goes, "Oh, they speak my language." And he says, "Pardon me, mademoiselle." He says whatever to her. I'm assuming it's dirty. And she just bops him in the face, and that's hilarious. Or when Kita's asking Milo, "Do you swim?" He says, "Oh, pretty girl. I mean, pretty good." Or with the one that also becomes one of his friends about telling one of the ones to not tell him about Mo. He says, "Don't tell him. You shouldn't have told me, but you did. Now I'm telling you. You don't want to know." Like, there's just certain moments in this movie that's just absolutely hilarious, especially with the character Cookie, who is the cookie. He can't cook for nothing, and that whole classic thing that's been going on, before even TikTok was a thing, where he's like saying, "I got you, four basic food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard." It's just certain things like that that you can't make up again. I like I said, I love this movie. Would I ever like to see a live action? Probably not, because I think they mess it up. I don't remember really watching too much of the second movie, so I'm really not going to do a review on it until I actually watch it. So, but that's pretty much my memories on this. I remember watching this rather late in my life, because I remember watching this off and on when I was a kid, but I really didn't remember a lot of it. And then I went back to it when I was a little older, and I realized how much I enjoyed it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, now I remember this movie." So I have very fond memories of this movie. Like I said, I do enjoy this movie. Have you guys watched Atlantis: The Lost Empire? If you guys have not seen it, definitely check it out. It is on Disney Plus. It's out there on DVD. You guys can probably watch it anywhere. But what do you guys think about Atlantis: The Lost Empire? Was it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? Is it a classic? Is it a flop? What is your honest thoughts about it? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you guys are enjoying the content, please let me know. Comment down below. Also helps the channel out. Leave a like. Share this video. It helps the channel out. Gets more of us good moviegoers out there to just listen to a review. And again, if you don't like the review, that's fine. If you don't like the movie, that's fine too. But either way, just let me know you guys review your comments on this, and I'll see you as always on the next one.